What's up? Black men will stop being lazy through structure and teamwork. Now, when I look back at my early life and when I was in, high school and middle school, and the times I look where I was most productive and hardworking, it wasn't, the schoolwork, which it should have been. It was always the times when I was working with a team, when I was in sports. That is when I would find myself being the most productive and the most hardworking, and uh, that was when I would be that. I believe that nowadays, a lot of guys, a lot of black men, we have this, that individualism mindset that "Hey, it's just up to us. We gotta. It's just only. I mean, it's just up to me. It's nothing I can do, and it's all up to me. I'm not going against the idea that it's all up to you. I'm saying yes, it is up to you primarily, but I think that when you can structure things around uh productivity and it's teamwork within that, kind of like with my movement, what I'm trying to do, where we can self-improve together, we can work on all these aspects of life together. I think that that can make everything way more productive. And I would see that when it was something that I was being like, the whole team had to do it, right? Then it was more easy for me to go into it. But if it was just me and I had to do it myself, that's when things became a lot harder to do. Things became a lot harder to uh achieve, and that motivation wouldn't be there a lot of the times. And I think sometimes a bad thing that school can do is get you in that mindset of it is only up to you, especially when it comes to like having good grades and all those things. Like it's just you. You can't work with anybody. You can't, learn from anybody. It was just you have to get it from the teacher. Then you got to work on it. Then it's just test taking, and it gets you in that individualistic mindset. As I get older, I understand that that isn't the best way you can do something or the best way you can get somebody to be productive. And I think in the black community, with black men, if we start coming together to improve, to get healthier, to make more money, to gain a black identity and have confidence and self-love and being a black person, all these things when it comes to sexual energy, lust, getting over that, mastering that energy, having better relationships. If we can all come together and work on these things together and implement solutions and take action, not just talking about it but taking action with all these things, I think that you will have a lot more men who are productive, who are happy with themselves, who are improving themselves. And to me, that is one of the things that creates a hard work ethic, and it allows you to it's easier to be more productive. It's easier to be hardworking when you have a team of people you're doing it with. Y'all learning from each other. Y'all have each other back. If somebody fall and somebody don't understand something, you can get right there and teach them, and uh, we can all help each other and grow together. And I think that that is something that we need more of in the black community. We have to get outside of that mentality of individualism and just me, and I can't work with it. I can't work with anybody. I can't get helped with anything. I'm a person that my life isn't perfect, but I think that if I was around a group of guys who was all trying to be better, who was all trying to make more money, who was all trying to have better relationships, and we did these things weekly, you know, I would be way more motivated. I would be way more productive. I would be moving I would be moving way faster in my life as far as getting closer to who I want to be, the lifestyle I want, the relationships I want, the money I want, just everything that I want in life. And that is, I think, the real key that we miss all the time when it comes to being successful, when it comes to being happier, when it comes to improving. And that's just one thing that I think that we miss, and we think that that's not important. Relationships, community, all that stuff is important. And, just bring me back to the example I said earlier. Just think about when you start working with a team. A lot of black men can agree with this. When we were in school, when we did sports, we were way more productive, or we worked way harder at that thing that we were grouped together with. whether it was a team sport, even at times, I think with team or when we did group projects and things, obviously, people can say that, oh, it's problems with that, but I would say that working with people in the context of real life, not a framework of school, is always a positive thing. I know, and it's always a more productive thing. In school, they teach you that it's only you and it's up to you. And I believe that, yeah, it is up to you to if you want to be really successful, but it's a environment that can produce more. There's an environment that can produce productivity and hard work a lot easier when you're doing it with other people, and it's y'all all doing it for this, y'all all going for this one reason, y'all all coming together with that thing. When it's just, oh, I got to do everything on my own by myself. Yes, you can do it, and it is up to you, but which environment would you really want to be in, around a group of guys who are trying to do the same thing and you're all kind of sharpening each other and making each other better? Or would you just rather do it by yourself? you know and that's the beauty of coming together. That's the beauty of having structure in how you think and the way of life and how you're going to improve. That's really the beauty of that, and that's why it can create a lot of men who are hardworking, a lot of men who are productive, because it's not just them. They're coming together with other men to do that. And that satisfies so many aspects of human life, coming together, working on something together, especially as men. I think that that's very important, and we just really don't get enough of that because too many guys, we ready to, hurt each other. We ready to self-destruct and hurt each other, hurt ourselves. Instead of coming together, instead of coming together to hurt each other and self-destruct and kill your brother and hurt this person, come together to build each other, to create, to to get to where you want to be in life. That's the real key. And I do, if there's any black man out there and you're trying to self-improve, you're trying to gain a grounded identity in being black, I do have a guide that's a deep dive on all of those things when it comes to coming together, when it comes to becoming more financially literate, when it comes to having that grounded identity, eating healthier, working out, all those things. So if you're interested in that, the link for that will be in the comments of this video, the description of this video. And if you click on my channel in the bio section, you'll see the link for that. So click on that, check that out. Uh, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got to say. Peace out.